Hello there, Cancer. Thank you for stopping by for your weekly tarot forecast for the week of July 13th through the 19th. I am using my Russian Tarot of St. Petersburg once again. And so Monday, what you have coming up, Cancer, is you have the Eight of Coins. Now, the Eight of Coins cards talks about work. And it's interesting because anytime you have somebody reading cards for you, the messages are always coming through in the frame of reference of that reader. Now, you may also get a message through if you know cards, and if you read cards, you could get a message through as well that comes through in your frame, but you also need to know the frame of reference of the reader. So in other words, it would not do you any good if I sat here and said, oh, Monday you've got the Eight of Coins, Tuesday you've got the Four of Swords in reverse, blah, blah, blah. It wouldn't do you any bit of good, because even if you read your own cards, because you still don't know how I'm interpreting. You don't know how the message is coming through to me. So one of the interesting things about reading with me is that I have two different meanings for work. And so on Monday, what you have coming up is you have the Eight of Coins card, which does indicate work. So here's the thing. Work can be one of two things for me. Work can be that way in which we make our living, but it can also be what we do to improve our own character or make ourselves more acceptable to our own selves. So for some of you, this Eight of Coins card that's coming in, I'm feeling like for some of you, this is the first day on a new job. For some of you, it may be the first day on a new project. But it definitely indicates doing work, and for a lot of you, this is new work. We're not talking about the average everyday ho-hum, I'm going into work and it's Monday, blah. For some of you, you are coming back from vacation, which makes it feel kind of like new work, except now it's old work that's all piled up while you were gone. But still, it's new and refreshing to see everybody's faces again, at least hopefully. Okay, so that's one way that's coming in. So that's coming in for some of you that way. Now, the other thing, like I said, that work can mean whenever I read cards is it can mean those things that we're doing to improve our character. So when I have the work card come up, this could be starting with a new therapist. This could be doing your own individual self-help work on your own character completely on your own. This could be going into a rehab facility, deciding that you need rehab to make yourself better because you can't do it by yourself anymore. This could be anything along those lines. So there's a myriad of ways that this can actually manifest in your life, Cancers. So one of them can be actually some kind of new work or coming back to work after vacation or after being laid off. The other way can be doing something about improving your character. It does feel like a new beginning to me. So that's why I'm saying it's not your average typical Monday ho-hum going to work thing. This feels like a new beginning to me. So for those of you who aren't starting new jobs or coming back after vacation or a layoff or what have you, then be on the lookout that you might be doing something to work on your own character. A lot of times we do this without really realizing, I'm actually starting a project here. We just get to work on it. So this may be what this card is talking about for, well, it will be what this card is talking about for quite a number of you. So now let's see, let's move on to Tuesday. Tuesday we have the Four of Swords in reverse. This is a change of location, folks. So Cancers, this means that you're going to be doing something in a place that's not your normal place to do whatever that thing is. So this can be going to work. If you normally work from home, this can be going to work in the office, or vice versa. If you normally work in the office, this can be working from home. This can be the office taking a field trip to go check out something. This can be going to a vendor's location and seeing how products are made that you use in your facility. This can be a lot of different things whenever it comes to work, but it's definitely a change of location coming in there. And then also this doesn't have to be at work. This can be a change of location at home. Some of you Cancers could actually literally be moving on Tuesday. Some of you could be leaving for vacation on Tuesday. Some of you may be visiting someone and spending the night out of town on Tuesday. So there's a lot of different ways that that can manifest. Now the other way that this can manifest is that you're taking somebody to a different location than what you normally do. I've had this card come up for people who are taking their child to a different daycare than normal. That's a change of location. So maybe you're eating lunch in a place that's not the normal place you eat lunch. However it manifests, there's something going on with a change of location for you Cancers on Tuesday. That's what is coming through. Now, on Wednesday, we have the Justice card coming up. And Justice card just means that if you have, this card comes up a lot for people who have court cases. So if you have a court case that's going on Wednesday, this just means that whatever is happening in court is going to be taken care of in a fair way. So if you're involved in a court case and you have done everything above board and tried to have integrity with all your dealings, then you can expect a nice outcome from this court case, a fair outcome that will be in your favor. If you're involved in a court case and you've done things below the board, or you've tried to be sneaky about things and tried to get away with things you knew you weren't supposed to be doing, guess what? Outcome's not going to be so hot in your favor. Okay, this is really talking about a fair outcome here. Now, the Justice card does not always talk about court cases. This can also be a situation where you're being looked at or evaluated by members of your family. Maybe they are looking at, you know, something that happened in the family, and there's something that is fair that needs to come out of that. And so we have justice in that area. This can also come up as a workplace issue. If you have to go before a boss or go before a board and talk to them, this would be something that would show an outcome that would line up with your actions, a fair outcome. So if you've been behaving in a way that is good and respectful outcome. If you've been behaving in a way that disrespects other people and takes advantage of them, then you shouldn't expect such a good outcome. Okay, so Wednesday is just talking about there's fairness in some kind of situation where you're being looked at or judged. All right, now Thursday, what we have coming up is we have the Falling Tower. Now the Falling Tower is a really scary card for a lot of people when they look at it, but the long-term message here is really good, to tell you the truth. The Falling Tower just talks about that we have a situation that we thought was indefinite, that would last possibly forever, that made us feel very secure, we were very comfortable with it, and then when the Falling Tower comes up, that situation was just yanked right on out of our lives. So it was completely suddenly, completely unannounced, weren't expecting it at all, and now all of a sudden this thing that we thought that was so safe and secure no longer is. So the first reaction is to try to get our feet back under us and figure out what just happened there. All right, and then once we get our feet back under us and we kind of get some things figured out and we're making sense of things, then what happens is we start looking for other opportunities to fill in the void that was left by that situation being yanked out of our lives. So now what we're looking at is this becomes a situation where you start looking for opportunities. So like the next card that would come up in this situation would be the Falling Tower reversed. And the Falling Tower reversed just talks about looking for those new opportunities, filling in those holes that were left by that thing that was yanked away. And really, when I see this card, this really is talking about a situation where we were stagnating in that old situation. We weren't moving forward, we weren't growing, we weren't even looking for other opportunities that were better for us out there. And it's kind of like the universe giving us the swift kick in the butt, telling us to get in motion. Hey, you could be doing so much better, you could be growing, you could be improving, you could be stretching your boundaries. You haven't been doing it? Here, we're going to help you. You no longer have this chair underneath your butt, now you've got to get up and walk. And so we get up and we look for those other opportunities, and we find out in the long run those other opportunities are better than what we had before. It's just a matter of getting through the initial shock of, I just lost my secure feeling. Okay, so that is the explanation on Thursday, dear Cancers. Now, Friday, what we have showing up is we have the Page of Coins in reverse. Page of Coins in reverse talks about getting a message about money that we're not thrilled to get. So this could be talking to a tax man or to a financial planner. This could be, I've had this card come up when somebody's son dropped their cell phone in the toilet and she had to replace it. But this is getting some kind of message that we're not too thrilled about. Maybe we get an invoice that's bigger than we expected it to be. Something along those lines is what we're seeing come in on Friday. And I got to tell you, for some of you, I'm actually hearing investment, and I'm feeling like it's an unexpected investment, but this is something that you feel really good about. It's just going to actually kind of come out of the blue, and I don't feel like you have a lot of time to check it out. Of course, all of you who are seasoned investors know that's a bad move. You should always check out your investments. But for some of you, I feel like you are pouring some money out of your pockets into this investment, and since I am feeling that you don't have a chance to really check it out, I just want to encourage you, try to make as much time as you can to make sure it's a good investment before you start pouring this money out. Because as it comes up of the page of coins, it's money coming out of your pockets. Generally, I don't see that as a good card. I wouldn't look at that as a good omen for something to invest in. Okay? If I had an investment come up that looked like it was a good omen, I would expect that page to be right side up. That would tell me that this is good news about a way to spend money. All right? So that's that. That was Friday. Saturday, what we have coming up is we have the Knight of Clubs. Now, the Knight of Clubs just means Saturday, whatever it is that you are doing, and it feels like you do have some kind of projects planned, Cancer, these are things that you really enjoy doing. These are things that you have a real connection with the outcome. And so I see you really taking some kind of action where your emotions are involved. You're really enjoying doing this. That's Saturday. Now, Sunday is kind of the opposite of the Falling Tower. Sunday is the 10 of Coins. And this is talking about security, and it's talking about gaining security. Okay, so this is the end of a cycle, kind of like where you're moving up. So this could be a promotion or a raise at work. This could also be taking a relationship to the next level if a relationship makes you feel more secure. This can be talking about adding on to your home or buying a new home. This could be buying a new car or paying off the car or paying off the home. Any of those things that make us feel more secure in this manifestation can be indicated by the 10 of Coins. So Cancer, I do feel like your security is taking a bump up on Sunday. All right. So that is your week. For those of you who would like to schedule a session with me, please check out my website. Make sure that I am the best reader for you. Also check out my services. Find one that works for you. Right now, I don't have a super long waiting list. I usually do have kind of a waiting list, but this is a good time to get in and get a reading really quickly if you want to. All right, so everybody, thank you so much for stopping by, and have a great week. I will see you all next week. Peace out.